This is Modular9, the workflow engine that builds itself. You describe the work in plain English, and it builds the automation that does it. It starts with a single sentence. Here, we ask it to run a security sweep on our repository, audit the code, scan dependencies and secrets in parallel, model the threats, file an issue, and escalate the critical findings to Slack. The composer reads that intent and wires the right specialists onto the canvas, each node a single, focused agent. 3 security scanners, a code auditor, a dependency scanner, and a secrets detector fan out and run in parallel. Their findings converge into one threat model, and the graph checks out, trigger present, every node connected. Then the real difference, a quality gate. If any finding is critical, it escalates, a typed reasoning contract the engine enforces. We hit run, and the pipeline lights up node by node as the work flows through the graph. 2 critical findings trip the gate, a hard-coded API key and the JWT secret committed straight to the repo. And out comes a real deliverable GitHub issue 412, with the full threat model and 11 findings attached. Slack tells the security team the moment it's done. 2 critical, 3 high, escalated to on-call. The very same shape solves a completely different problem, reviewing a contract for risk. A legal specialist reads it, then a compliance checker scores every clause, red, yellow, or green. 1 red clause, unlimited liability, is serious enough to escalate on its own. Gmail sends the red clauses straight to legal, while Notion logs the full review 8 clauses scored, 2 red, 3 yellow, 3 green, is built on real foundations, encrypted credentials, your own model keys, and self-hosted data residency. And it's honest about what isn't done, not yet SOC 2 certified. We show what's proven, and we name what's next. Modular9, plain English turned into correct, gated workflows that actually deliver. One engine pointed at the work every team keeps redoing by hand. Start with a job marketing does every single week. Turn 1 blog post into 3 native social posts automatically every week. 1 source, written natively for each platform. A Monday morning schedule kicks it off, and the composer wires a blog writer into 3 platform branches. 1 post spans out 3 ways: LinkedIn, X, and Instagram, each branch running in parallel. And each is held to its own contract. LinkedIn professional under 1,300 characters, X a punchy thread at 280 a post, Instagram visual first. They're genuinely different posts, not the same text pasted in 3 times. We run it once, and the 3 branches write and publish themselves. LinkedIn goes live at 1180 characters, X posts a 7-tweet thread, and Instagram ships a caption with 12 hashtags. Same idea, native to every feed, and it runs again next Monday on its own. Now point the very same engine at support, a completely different job. A ticket arrives by webhook and is classified the instant it lands, category, sentiment, and urgency. This one's a billing double charge, negative in churn risk, high urgency, with a refund demanded. A compliance gate checks the reply for policy and personal data, redacts the account email, and escalates the churn risk. Zendesk updates the ticket, Slack pings the right people, and the loop closes itself. From 1 webhook to a resolved ticket, compliant, and fully logged. It's the same canvas for every team: marketing, support, security, and legal. Whatever you can describe, you can build. Modular9 engine, for the work every team keeps redoing by hand. Modular9 isn't a black box. Let's open it up and walk through the 4 systems underneath. Chapter 1. The Specialist Library. Where you browse, filter, and drop any of 162 specialists onto the canvas. Every workflow is built from specialists, grouped into packs you can open and explore. 13 packs keep 162 specialists organized: security, content, ops, and more. Filter the whole library by name or description, and it narrows the instant you type. A few letters can surface an entire pack at once. And when nothing matches, the list clears honestly, never a stale or made-up result. 162 specialists, 13 packs, and 47 connectors, all within reach. Drag any specialist straight onto the canvas, and it drops in as a node, ready to wire up. That's how a workflow takes shape, 1 specialist at a time. Chapter 2. Stacking skills. Layering focused, region-aware modifiers onto any specialist. Open any node, and you can stack custom skills on top of it. Add focused modifiers, an OWASP security lens, a performance pass, a query optimizer. They don't replace the specialist base prompt, they layer onto it, sharpening what it already does. Drag to reorder the stack, because the order they sit in is the order they're injected. You can build your own skills too, and tune exactly how strongly each one applies. Best of all, skills are region-aware. A Popier rule only appears for the tenants who actually need it. Compliance that follows the workflow instead of the other way around. Chapter 3. Logic and Reasoning. Strategy. Typed contracts and quality gates set per node. Behind every node is a logic spec, and it starts with how the agent is allowed to reason. Chain of thought, react, or tree of thoughts, each with limits on iterations and temperature. Then come contracts, typed inputs and outputs that the engine actually validates at runtime. If the data doesn't fit the contract, it never silently passes. The node holds the line. Quality gates are named checks, written as expressions with autocomplete as you type. Each gate carries a severity and an action when it fails, retry, escalate, or abort the run. And all of it compiles down to a single portable version spec file you can review and ship. The reasoning is no longer hidden. It's written down and enforced. Chapter 4. The Covenant. A signed declaration of what each plugin is allowed to do. Finally, governance. Every plugin ships with a signed covenant. It spells out the plugin's purpose and its permissions, and CI enforces that covenant on every publish. Today that's the CI gate. Runtime sandboxing is next, and we're honest about exactly where that line sits. A filterable library, stackable skills, logic and gates, and validated covenanters. Modular9, configurable to the core. Since you last looked, Modular9 has grown in 4 ways, new capabilities worth a closer look. First, give a workflow its own memory. By dropping in a knowledge base node, upload a document, and watch it index live queued, processing, then indexed and ready. On each run, it retrieves the 5 closest passages that clear a similarity threshold. The specialist answers only from what it found, grounded in your content, not its imagination. Here's the refund question, answered from the handbook. 30 days, prorated, and cited back to the exact passage. And when nothing matches, it says so, instead of inventing an answer. Second, the canvas now shows its work while it runs. A blue pulse travels along each edge as control passes from one node to the next. When a node finishes cleanly, its outgoing edge lights green, passed. But this refund of $820 exceeds the auto-approve limit, so the gate escalates, and that edge turns red. Every gate that fires is raised as a flag and listed. Critical escalations and softer warnings, each traceable to its node. Third, describe a look, here. A hero section for a fintech landing page, stripe clean and linear tight. From those words alone, the composer picks the front-end developer and stacks 2 design systems onto it. Stripe and linear. 2 of 31 brand systems it can apply, chosen automatically to match the brief. Then it runs, generating a responsive layout in those design languages. 1 sentence in and out comes a styled, on-brand hero, headline, call to action, and a product card, ready to ship. Real taste, applied from a single line of intent. And fourth, every run ends with a plain English summary of what just happened. It's generated automatically at the top of the output, describing each step in order. It never blocks the run, and it needs no setup at all. Knowledge it can ground in, a canvas that shows its work, design it can apply, and a summary of every run. Modular9, newer, deeper, still honest.